What it do? It's your girl Duchess of Ink. I'm out here at South by Southwest 2018 K100 Radio. It's lit. I love K100. I love what you're doing.
Thank you very much. South by Southwest, you know K100 gonna be in the building. They're gonna have a A1 setup.
Oh man, we out here just working, man. I just dropped a new album, homie.
It's the R&B songstress, Jay Valentine.
It's the Jug Man. I am Jug Man. 3 years on the way.
Salute my dog, K100, man. Hey, he been supporting me since day one.
K100 Radio.
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connection. Just log on to MakingItMag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
All right, let's get it.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What up, everybody? You know what it is.
K100, you bastards.
Right. Welcome, everybody. This is another direct line interview on K100 Radio. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me. Shout out to everybody that's watching this over here live on Facebook. Anybody that's watching me live right now, Instagram Live. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you're listening to this podcast style over there on our SoundCloud page, we appreciate it. Make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button. You dig? Appreciate you. All right. So we got a dope interview getting ready to come up, man. You feel me? We got somebody that's been out here on their grind for a minute, man. We've got the homie Elijah J on the line. Elijah J, what's happening, folks?
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the broadcast, fam. What's up?
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
All right, I'm going to stop the background music real quick. You feel me? I'm going to stop my music, and I want you to just go ahead and introduce yourself to my crew right here that's listening to us. Go ahead, dog. You got the floor.
What's up, y'all? My name is Elijah J. I am an R&B artist straight out of Detroit, Michigan. Been on my grind for a little bit. And, I have a new single out called Release, and I think that's what we're here to talk about today. I'm just happy to be here, man. Happy to have this platform to talk about what I'm doing.
Absolutely. We're definitely here to talk about the release of the release. Right. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, man, tell us where you hail from. Where you from? Where you representing? I want to know that first top.
Born and raised, Detroit, Michigan.
All right, man. The D is in the building. All right. So you've been at it for a while, man. Can you give us a little bit of a background on just how long you've been doing it and some of the a little bit about your journey before we get ready to jump into some new stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of been doing like dancing and singing ever since I was about 9 years old. Just doing like little talent shows around Detroit, traveling around, performing and getting better at my craft. Until I had an audition for The Lion King, and then I booked that. So I was young Simba in the Broadway production of The Lion King for about 3 years.
Whoa!
And I did 3 different productions of that. Yeah. I've worked since a little bit. And I was in this group called Kids Bob for a minute. We were our lead singer, and I did like a tour with them for a few years. And the latest thing that I have just wrapped up finishing doing was I was the lead singer of Monster Behavior for the past 3 years.
Right.
And so, now I'm embarking on some solo stuff, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's a little bit of my background a little bit.
You know, Elijah J, you really just said all that so nonchalantly. So I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna let everybody digest what the hell this man just said. This dude said he's been in a Broadway play All right. He was the lead singer for Mindless Behavior, and I know you know who that is. You feel me? Especially if you got kids around my age, you definitely know who the hell that is. You know what I'm saying? My daughter is a little upset with me right now. I gotta tell you, and it's your fault, Elijah. This is your fault. She's upset with me right now. No, yeah, she's mad at me because we kind of timed this at kind of sort of the last minute, and I didn't get a chance to tell her that I was interviewing the lead singer from Mindless Behavior, and she got a little attitude with me right now. She's not speaking to me. I'm putting that on you, fam. That was pretty much your fault. I'm blaming you for that.
What's your daughter's name?
Michaela.
Michaela, I don't know if she listens to this or if you can get her a chance to listen to this, but I can give her a little message or something if you want me to say something to her.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for salvaging the relationship with my daughter. Please, by all means.
What's up, Michaela? This is Elijah J. You might know me from being in Mindless Behavior. I just want to say that your dad is amazing. I just want to say what's up with you and see how you're doing and everything, and I hope you're having a great day. Yeah.
Dad of the year right now. Yes. Yes. All right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll make up for all this college money she think I'm finna give her that I'm probably not. Anyway, let's go on back to the interview. All right. Let's jump back into it. So, man, on this journey that you've had, man, you've had an amazing career at such a young age, man. And I think you're probably the first person. No, not, I don't think. I know you're actually the first person that I've ever interviewed on this particular broadcast that's been on Broadway. I just want you to just jump into that a little bit. Like at such a young age, you playing, first of all, The Lion King. That's iconic. That's the pressure and just the amount of just eyes on you at such a young age. Give me a little bit about what Broadway is like and the difference between Broadway and the music industry as a whole, especially, R&B.
It's a different world, man. I came from a strictly, Motown's soul type of background. So, a lot of people who are in Broadway, they usually come come from New York or they're training in that type of music. So with me, it was a little bit of a learning curve, especially being like 10. But, it's, I can say it's different in many ways. Broadway, you have, it's usually the same show. You perform in multiple times a night or times a week.
Right.
And it's usually the same show you're doing. And with music, it's a little bit different. The show can be a little changed up and it can be a little different. But at the end of the day, it's all rooted in music, which I think if you're a musician or if you're a singer, I think you love music. So that's what really made it really an easy transition for me. I just love, music. I was, young, and especially being at a young age, it would seem like it's a really big pressure. You have the responsibility to take up, but it was just so much fun. And they also, Disney did a really good job of making it feel like now it was a job. They made it feel like, we were just having fun and performing. We didn't really worry about making sure everything was correct and everything. We were professionals about it, but they also made sure that it was fun for us because they knew that we were kids at the end of the day. And I think that's with a lot of things. Sometimes you don't really get that in the entertainment industry when you're so young. So I was just privileged to have that.
That's really dope, man. Because we hear about all of these horror stories when it comes down to child stars, child prodigies, actors. You know what I'm saying? We hear so many just bad things about what it's like growing up in the spotlight as a child, being in the entertainment industry. Can you give me a couple of pros and cons? Of course, the pro is obviously, you're getting to do what you love, what you felt you were meant to do at a young age, and most people would never experience that their whole entire life. That's a privilege. But give me some of the pros and cons of coming up like that and coming up in that lifestyle.
I mean, it's a lot, especially doing that at such a young age. We are, especially being something like The Lion King, it's a Disney production. We are. We're on stage, I think the most out of everybody, I think, in the show. I think, the ensemble is one person that's, on there more than we are. So, when we get paid, we were paid as adults because we were, treated as adults.
Right.
And, sometimes that can eat away at your a child. I don't know. I don't care if anyone says, if you're 10 years old, you need to be, in things as you're a kid. You need to experience your childhood.
Right.
And so that can, sometimes away from people when you're working so hard, if you don't have the right balance. I've really been honestly just been blessed, and I've had amazing parents who have always made sure to not only be treated as a child, but also remember that I am still a child and not getting too big for my bridges when I was younger, and making sure they kept me in check and put in my behind to make sure that I was, on track with everything. Because more than anything else, they made sure that they knew that if this is something I wanted to do, I needed to stay humble and stay, hungry for it. Exactly. And not something I can get complacent about, which a lot of times sadly can happen with kids who are in the industry. And it's tough, man. It's not easy, but I can only, just thank God and my parents that they kept me, kind of reined in and kept me on the right path.
Man, you're blessed, man. Because I don't want to mention any names. People are deceased or whatever. But we just heard a lot of parents who just go really super hard and really tough on the kids, and the kid doesn't have, doesn't really have a childhood, and then that's when things can get weird. You know what I'm saying? So let's fast forward a little bit up to the years, of mindless behavior. I know how big you guys were. You guys were, touring the world and doing all that. And tell me about that, because at that point, what would you call mindless behavior as a group? Would you classify them as a R&B group, a pop group? What did you guys classify yourselves as when y'all were at the height?
R&B and pop, man. They love to cross over and do all types of genre of music. Regardless of genre. I think that's why it worked so well. I think you're always seeing talented boys who can not only make great music, but can also dance and really interact with the crowd and have great personalities. I think it always is a winning combination. So with us, I think we did some amazing things, and I think we really made a mark on and made some memories in people's lives, which I was really just amazing and happy to be a part of. I think it was something special. It can't even put an exact like label on it, but it was just something special, I think, and I was amazing to be a part of that.
I seen you guys at and I knew you guys were big, but it just hit me how big you guys were one time. You were here in Atlanta with the group, and it was at I think it was DBS Sounds. DBS Sounds here is a record store here, and I seen you guys, and that record store is not really that big, and I just remember pulling up, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, holy, what the, you know what I'm saying? It was like people everywhere, and I was like, that's when it hit me, like I've been greatly underestimating just how big these young guys really were at their time. You feel what I'm saying? It was a packed house, and I was like, whoa, there's a lot of people out there for that. Yeah, but that was dope to see.
Yeah, they showed love.
It was a great event. I remember that. So I want to fast forward, and let's just go up now to where you're at right now with your solo career. We also hear things about groups, and groups never last. Everybody says that about R&B. There's no R&B group that ever lasts. Even if they break up, they may get back together like the Temptations, but they never go all the way through. Everybody breaks up solo. So now you're on a solo path. What's the difference? How does it feel inherently different? Besides being by yourself, what's some of the major differences besides being in a group? Obviously, the focus is all on you. The highlight is all on you, but just give me something that people may not consider, now that you're a solo artist, that you got to embark on.
Well, I think, especially what I'm doing, the main part of all this is the music. And I think with me being solo, being in a group, like you said, it is just me when I'm doing solo stuff. So being a part of a group, the ideas and all the things about songs and videos and all that type of stuff, it's a collaborative effort. And so, it's everyone sharing ideas and making it form into one idea. And it's amazing for the time being. And so for me doing solo stuff, I think it's kind of liberating to be able to really control everything about it. When it comes down to music, I write my own music. I help on production. I choose producers I work with, all that type of stuff. So really getting that control of it and really, getting behind the scenes, really controlling the narrative of everything, I think it's really freeing. And, I think it's dope because I'm coming to my own. I just turned 20 last month, and I'm getting to my own, I've been doing this for a minute, and this is the first time I really feel like I'm, capable and have, I've learned enough to really take this head on and really do it the way I would like to. And so I have a really clear vision of what I want. So I think it's, it's something that people are going to be really, I think it's dope, and I'm hoping other people, react to it as well as I do,
Absolutely,
man.
Hope for. Absolutely. Now, I mean, at this point, you seem really intelligent and really level-headed. So I'm more than positive that you're learning the business and that you understand the business of music, right? I mean, I don't have to ask you. I'm asking you, but not. I'm asking, but not asking. I'm just kind of sort of slick assuming, but I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? The business side. So I want to jump into that because it's different now when you're a solo artist and you're branching out, and now it's kind of like a reintroduction. You have to come back and kind of beat the circuit again and reintroduce yourself as Elijah J, separate of what the success that maybe the group has had. So tell me now, from a music business standpoint and from an artist standpoint combined, because you are an artist and a businessman at this point, how are you branding yourself with this new solo career? What are some of the smart things that you've figured out that work you know, and some things that you realize that don't work, you know, as you're embarking on this new solo career, now that you have to kind of do this sort of branding from a business perspective and an artist perspective?
Well, you know, I'm a lover of music and entertainment in general. So I think all I do is kind of just watch others and see how everyone moves and seeing what works and what doesn't. And I'm always, like I said, I'm still learning. You know, I appreciate you, saying that. I mean, it's my intelligence and everything, but I'm humbled always and just trying to learn and see what things work and what not. I guess, you know, it's difficult to narrow down. I know one thing is when I had to sit down and really think about what I wanted to release and what I wanted to say. I really just came down to just being genuine with everything. I think people can feel fake and like phony stuff. So
right.
I knew whatever I was thinking about, whatever I was going through, I wanted it to reflect what I was going through and not even be ingenuine. I was just kind of trying to chase trends because, you know, as the trends do, trends die down. I want my music to be something that can, you know, be around for a little bit. You know, I want it to be to stand test time a little bit. And, you know, it's a lot of things. Really just, I don't know, man. It's something about being genuine that I see nowadays it's not as common as I would hope in the music industry.
Right.
And that's something that I harped on more than anything. You know, when it comes down to, I mean, you say what you want. It comes down to, you know, the social media presence. It comes down to dance moves and everything like that. But at the end of the day, I think more than anything, the music matters a lot more than people take it now. I think like that people think that it's not that everything, and that comes with it. You know, the star presence and everything like that comes with it. But I think at the end of the day, music is what's gonna stand you out from the rest of the crowd.
I totally.
I really pay attention to the music.
I totally agree with you, and because and you know, man, you've been behind the scenes. You know, you've seen plenty of people get on because they had zero talent, you know, and it was because they had some kind of viral video or something, especially in the past couple of years. People are getting all out record deals off acting stupid on Instagram and social media, and they're record deals and they're touring the world as artists, which is kind of disheartening to me, if I'm gonna be frank. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fan of that. But
and you know what? It happens a lot, and I'm not going to knock someone's hustle at all. You feel me? Like everyone has their role to play, their audience they play to, and I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that which way is better than mine. I just know the way that I like to approach things, and you know that's all I can really speak for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're taking that approach and keeping that approach, because that means the music is going to be good. And speaking of that, why don't we just jump into the music? You dig?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Yeah.
K100, you bastard!
We are live right now, K100 Radio. I am your host, Blizzard. We're doing a direct line interview with the homie Elijah J, man. It's the front man of Mindless Behavior, but now he's embarking on his solo career, and he's got some new music, and we're here to rock out, man. Big ups to everybody that put this interview together. Shout out to our people over at Nerve DJs and Johnny O and everybody in the management team who made this happen, man. And we get ready to jump into this new release, and I want you to introduce it, man. You tell me about the new release called Release. Tell me about it.
Hi. Yeah, y'all, this is my new single release. It came from a really interesting place in my life, you know, just, thinking about my life, you know, being kind of transitioning to like a young man in life and how I deal with my problems and how people, you know, my age, and not only that, just in general deal with problems. And I think we all sometimes can get fed up with life and need a release. So this record is for people who can relate to that. I think that's the best way to put it.
Absolutely, man. This is Elijah J featuring Koi. Is that right? Am I saying that right, Koi?
Yes, sir.
All right. Elijah J featuring Koi. Name of this joint is called Release. All right. Let's check it out, you dig?
K100, you bastards! You bastards!
Yeah. Need a release, ayy. Said, need a release, ayy. Yeah. Do it like this, ayy. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release. Need a release. Need a release, yes I. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release. Need a release. I've been picking up what's left of me, but I'd be damned if I let them see. Always keep it like the type, no open sesame. That it gets the best of me. Always weighing me down, quicksand on the ground, yeah. So I'ma block the pain, my issues. Cause there's money to be made, what's the issue? So I'ma drink this tonight, hit this lick and get paid. Give a about what you say, oh how I felt when I was with you. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release, need a release, need a release, yes I. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release, need a release. I've been feeling like a shell lately. I ain't been feeling like myself, baby. Ain't no high, it's just crash, baby. Up in 80 gets the best of me. Always weighing me down, quicksand on the ground now. So I'ma block the pain, my issues. Cause there's money to be made, what's the issue? So I'ma drink this tonight, hit this lick and get paid. Give a about what you say, oh how I felt, cause I still love you. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release, need a release, need a release, yes I. Came in here broke, yes I. Came here to drink, yes I. Came here to cope, yes I. Don't wanna think, yes I. Don't give a girl, I just need a release, need a release, babe. To myself, cause they don't understand me. Don't know that I be good. Keep it to myself and hope that it don't kill me. Cause I be going through.
Lost in my thoughts, okay. Cough, 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 all my thoughts away. Pops told me, hold your head. Ma told me it's okay. Girl said you broke my heart. World said you really changed. I really did. I got the pressure of a man when I'm just a kid. Problems that I always hid. Problems that I should face, but should. It's some different Good if you with the but good if you different than all these other snakes in the grass shedding different skin. Ever since a slave, I've been plagued with depression. Ever since I prayed, I've been playing with progression. But I'm still afraid of the change I'm addressing. Never get it back like this, but I sure can try. Koi way too fly, say otherwise you a damn lie. Even though I'm in disguise, always gotta wear these skies. Yeah, it's the pain that I hide. Yeah. Sorry, mama, I tried.
Yes, I came in here broke. Yes, I came here to drink. Yes, I came here to coke. Yes, I don't wanna think. Yes, I don't give a girl. I just need a release. Need a release. Need a release. I just came in here broke. I just need some peace. Came here to drink. Came here to coke. Don't wanna think. Yes, I'm taking one more shot. Need a release. Need a release. Need a release.
But I sure can't try.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard.
All right. Right. And we're back.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
And that was that brand new Elijah J, you dig? Shout out to the homie. Yeah, we rocking with that one, homie. I was listening to what you were saying in it too, like, you know, you was really saying some real shit in the song. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, things you go through, depression, all kind of stuff, man. You feel me? Dope stuff, man. Dope.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I caught the party vibe, but with a message. I caught it. I was there for it. I got it all. I got it.
Absolutely.
I soaked all that in. All right. So, you know, we getting ready to wrap this up, man. 30 minutes goes real fast when you're having a great conversation and listening to some dope music. But what's next? You know, tell me who are you working with the project? You know, what's in store for the new album and everything that you got coming out? Tell everybody what's coming out from Elijah J in the near future.
A lot of good things, man. A lot of good things. I'm finishing up this EP right now, which I'm planning on dropping during the fall, which is dope. I got a lot of dope producers from around the country there collaborating with me on it, which I'm really happy about. Actually, I'm getting back into acting. I have a movie coming out this fall, too, called Misguided Behavior that we shot last year in Vegas, which I'm really, really excited about.
Dope.
And more performances. It's more stuff coming from me. I mean, I'm really excited, man. But more than anything, I'm just grateful for the opportunities that I have. I want to thank you again for letting me, come over here and, push the record. And I appreciate everyone who's listening. If y'all want to come follow me all across social media platforms, I am Elijah J. That's my handles. And shout out to my team and Nerve DJ. I really appreciate y'all giving me this opportunity,
Absolutely, man. Big ups to everybody that's working with you, man. We're looking forward to that movie coming out. I'm gonna make sure I catch that. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I can find that at. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling people like it used to be when you say, is the movie coming out? Is it in theaters? Nah, nobody cares. Is it on Netflix? Is it on YouTube? Everything popping now. Is it on Hulu? I don't know. It doesn't matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it pops off at, man, you know, it could take off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. Like, just because it don't come out in theaters don't mean nothing anymore. Like, you could literally take off on all these other platforms right now. So being acting is a dope place to be in. You know, being a dual threat, being an actor and an artist, man, is a dual threat. So, you know, big ups to you, man. I expect big things from you, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. You guys go and follow him. I am Elijah J. Go and rock with him. This is K100 Radio.
Yes,
this has been a direct line interview with Elijah J, man. He's stepping up. He's growing up. He's a man now. He's stepping out on his own, doing his thing. And we salute him and wish him much success over here at K100 Radio. All right, we'll talk to you later, fam. Stand by, all right? Woo. All right.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody for rocking with us over here on K100 Radio, man. That was a dope interview with the homie Elijah J, man. You know, like I said, man, you know, coming up when he, you know, coming from being a quote-unquote child prodigy, you know what I'm saying, a quote-unquote child prodigy, you know, to being able to branch out on his own and do his thing, and that cuts deep too. That's like it's a club song, but it's dope though, and he's saying some real shit in it. So big ups to him, man. We're gonna rock with that one on K100 Radio definitely. So you can always tune in and catch us over there on K100 Radio. You know, at any time, and tune in and try to catch the show and try to catch that one in rotation. You dig? I appreciate everybody for rocking with us, man. I want to remind everybody that we got this. We have a live music review coming.